Hey everybody, I'm Courtney. I am a co-founder of Dandelion Branding and welcome to our channel. If you are interested in digital marketing tips, sustainability, investigating different aspects that surround sustainability issues, then definitely subscribe to our channel. We put out new podcast episodes every week, and we also have live videos that are put on by my co-founder Ob, and I put out videos every month on different programs and platforms typically, or ways to optimize and improve your online business. So if that's of interest to you, then subscribe to this channel. We'd really appreciate it. Today I'm going to be talking all about customer rewards programs. This is something that I've worked with for many years now, and it's honestly such a great technique for retaining your customers and really building a fun, interactive user experience on your site. So I want to dive in first to just a little bit about kind of what are the benefits of a rewards program. And essentially, a rewards program is great for brands that are growing and ready to focus on retaining customers. So if you're looking into customer reward programs, then that's awesome. That means you're in a really good space where you're able to focus on retention. Really, the main goal of a rewards program is to reward your customers for different actions on your site. Most typically, this means once they've placed an order, they get a certain number of points for each dollar that they spend at your store. But you can also reward folks for a number of other behaviors like creating a customer account, writing a review, engaging with something on social media, reading a blog, things like that you would really want folks to engage with, you can reward with points. Another aspect of a rewards program is referring friends. This is something that can be very powerful. So highly recommend incorporating some sort of refer a friend aspect of your rewards program to really get your customers to become advocates for your brand. So that's a little bit about how rewards programs sort of function and their overall goal. And today I'm really going to focus on Yotpo and Loyalty. These are two of the leading rewards programs that are out there for Shopify. So I'm going to really focus on them. One thing about Yotpo is that they are massive. So this is something that you'll kind of see the big guns in e-commerce use. And it's interesting because though they have free options to get started, pretty much as soon as you hit more than 100 monthly orders, you're going to experience some paywalls. So if you are operating with less than 50, less than 100 orders per month, then Yotpo is actually fantastic because you can process those orders and send out review emails through Yotpo, and you can also incorporate the loyalty program. And these two things, reviews and rewards, they tend to be a bit tied, right? And that's really why Yotpo has sort of branched out in this way, because you really want to gain user-generated content. That's ultimately kind of the goal, is engagement and UGC for reviews and rewards. And these programs kind of make that a fun, interactive way for your customers to then give you that engagement or UGC. I will say personally, and I know I feel quite strongly about this, and this might not be something that everyone agrees with, but that's okay. A lot of Yotpo's features are, and specifically their pricing for all of their features, are not clear on their website. You actually have to request a demo and get in touch with a sales rep in order to get accurate pricing for what you might experience depending on your specific store. And on one hand, I do understand that they want to provide you with proper pricing for your actual store and your analytics, how many number orders are you processing, and what's your overall revenue in a given month. Things like that are important to them in terms of providing you with the exact service that they feel you may need. But as someone who just kind of likes to browse apps and often does a lot of app research on behalf of others, like our clients, I find this annoying. I love it when programs and platforms have their pricing laid out on their website. I really, though it's not hard, obviously, to schedule a demo and communicate with someone to get proper pricing, I don't love the fact that now a sales rep has my contact information and will frequently reach out and try to get me to choose their platform. I just don't love that. I don't really want to do that. I want to be able to know if I qualify and know if I can afford your services prior to reaching out. And actually, that's some of the preliminary kind of research work that I like to do before I even need to have a conversation with a sales rep. These are programs that I've used heavily in the past, both Loyalty Lion and Yotpo, so I'm familiar with their inner workings. Their pricing changes more frequently than their functionality does, so I really kind of just want updated information on pricing without having to talk to anybody, without getting a whole sales pitch or the whole spiel from a sales rep, So that's one qualm I have with Yotpo. In general, because they're such a leader in this industry and they really do work with the biggest names in the game, clearly their method works. They do a lot to kind of create different pricing brackets that fit most stores' needs. But I will say that because they're so large, they might not be the best fit for some small businesses. Just real quickly, I will say that as of right now, it is April or almost May 2021, and their pricing, they actually have a free rewards program if you have less than 100 orders processed in your store per month. They also then have a silver tier, which is $29 per month, and that is good for 100 to 200 orders and gives you some more customization options. You're able to sync email subscribers and things. But after you have 200 monthly orders, you actually are paying 35 cents per order in order for Yotpo to process that information. I find that a little crazy. And to be completely honest, at Dandelion, we've kind of found some workarounds around some of the rules for Yotpo by not having orders kind of processed through their program, but rather just utilizing their free tools and then utilizing metrics in some of our other platforms, like our email service provider, Klaviyo, in order to better communicate with our audience about requesting reviews and things like that. And then you might be paying that $29 a month plus that 35 cents per order all the way up until you get to 400 or 500 orders per month. And then their next tier is $250 a month. So that's kind of a big jump, and that's just kind of the way that the pricing structure goes with Yotpo. It's like free, relatively affordable, and then kind of insanely not affordable. And I suppose that if you're, depending on your average order value, if you're processing 500 orders per month, you probably can afford $250 for a rewards program. But a lot of small stores just aren't effectively using them and aren't effectively communicating enough with their customers or creating a really fun and creative interactive rewards program in order to warrant that price tag. So that's just something to consider. On the other hand, we have Loyalty Lion. Loyalty Lion, in terms of functionality and actual tools, it is relatively the same. You know, they'll help you to reward your customers on those various interactions, like placing an order, like creating an account, interacting on social media and things like that. And you can also have a refer a friend program part of your Loyalty Lion. But their pricing structure is a bit different. It's actually free up to, you have 1,000 orders per month that you can process within that free account. But the free account is sort of limited in terms of what you can choose to reward your customers on. There's actually only a few options, like when someone makes a purchase, creates an account, or visits your store. So if you want more in-depth ways in which your customers can earn points, there are these additional kind of add-ons that are a small dollar amount per month that you can incorporate into your program. So refer a friend is an option for that, and also interacting on social media is also a kind of a different add-on. So it's a really different pricing structure, but I think that this allows for small business owners to really customize a reward program that works for them and for what their actual goals are with their customers. And I think that that's really great, because you can really kind of pick and choose how to build your program. It kind of makes you as a business owner almost have to think more thoughtfully and creatively about the rewards program that you want to build. E-commerce is now really the way that many people shop. And so rewards programs aren't new. But in order to get people really excited about them, you have to think about them creatively, and you kind of have to do things differently. One example was a rewards program that I put together probably about 5 or 6 years ago now. My co-founder Ob and I actually did a lot of work together prior to owning Dandelion branding together, specifically around rewards programs, and really coming up with a really, really cool creative system. And what we did was, at the time, we were working for a company who was doing really well in sales, but ultimately they wanted to build out their subscription program, and they were using Recharge. So they wanted to get more customers to subscribe to products. They were seeing, they had great customer retention. They were definitely seeing repeat orders and repeat customers, but folks weren't subscribing. So we wanted a way to really kind of sweeten the deal. So we incorporated various tiers in a rewards program. And our top tier was for folks who were subscribed to products. And this not only gave them a higher number of points per purchase, it also gave them access to exclusive Facebook groups, to exclusive gifts. They had, exclusive access to new product launches and things like that. We really incorporated it into a lot of the operations of our business to really push folks in that direction. And it was super successful. It was really, really exciting. People immediately understood that, in order to get into that tier, you had to be subscribed to a product. It was really, really cool. And I think it was quite innovative. And so I just kind of wanted to touch on that, because it is important, if you are working to incorporate a rewards program now, to communicate about it with your audience and to really do things creatively that get folks excited to actually interact, that it's not just an afterthought. We tend to see rewards programs set up that do sort of feel like an afterthought, or something that it's just kind of there. But if you're not actively communicating with your audience about how many points they have, what they can do with those points, how they can get more, and really kind of making it like fun and like a game, you're not going to see a whole lot of engagement with that program. And so that's really something to consider if you are trying to come up with sort of a budget that you're willing to spend on a rewards program, because that's going to be a really necessary piece in order to get people to engage at a rate that you really want to see, that would warrant spending a certain dollar amount per month. Does that make sense? So I guess that's just something that's sort of a caveat, I suppose. If you are investing in a customer rewards program, you are investing in customer retention. And that means that you have a little bit of freedom and you can create something really cool and creative and reward folks on different behaviors, come up with really creative rewards, cool ways that folks can interact with the program, and can ultimately lead to not only them feeling appreciated and like excited about this, cool freebie or cool discount that they got, but it also, of course, helps your bottom line because you are not only getting more engagement, but you are getting, some really loyal customers in the process. So that's really, really cool. And that's ultimately the goal with a loyalty rewards program, is you're rewarding loyalty. So if it builds loyalty in the process, boom, you just got a really nice system working for your business. So I want to show you guys just how simple it is to actually incorporate Loyalty Lion into your Shopify store. So before I leave, I'm going to show you that. It literally takes minutes, if that, and it is their free version. So it's super cool, super, super simple. So I'm going to pop on over to my computer and show you that. Installation Courtney here. This is what it looks like when you install Loyalty Lion. You can choose the name of your program. You give them a couple of your hex codes for your branding. You can choose where you go, and then you go, okay, next up, we decide on what points, how many points we want to give per dollar spent, how many points we want to give for all of those actions. As I said earlier, these are the default 3 actions that you can reward through their free version. Pretty basic. Does the trick. All right, and here's where you can actually make the rewards that folks redeem. And again, this is just the free version, so there aren't a ton of options here, but everything is super easily customizable. It's kind of cool, yeah. And then you can preview the program. And once you're previewing, you can see it down there right at the bottom left-hand corner. The little Shopify logo gets in the way a tiny bit, but that won't be there for any of the users, so that's all right. Opens up a little widget where folks actually interact. Looks pretty good. So then once you go back, the only step left is to launch. Okay. So I didn't actually press install because this client isn't yet ready for it and we want to incorporate some other things, but it's that simple. Whoa, right? So cool. It is, they really can't make it any easier for you. And as a small business owner, that is a great thing. So thank you to Loyalty Lion for making it so easy to get that program like up and running. And on the flip side of that, you really should be thoughtful of, now incorporating that into your marketing, as I mentioned. So be sending emails about it. We highly recommend Klaviyo for an email service provider. If you need one, we'll have a link in the description to get you signed up if you'd like to join Klaviyo. Highly recommend. Klaviyo is the best in e-commerce in terms of segmentation, automations, analytics, highly personalized and highly targeted email marketing. They are fantastic. So that's definitely something that you should be incorporating if you are considering a loyalty program. You definitely want to keep people aware of how many points they have and how they can use them and how they can gain more. So I hope that this video was helpful in order to sort of know a little bit about the two leading programs, a little bit about why you would need this, and just how easy it is to install. So if you're ready for this stage of your business, highly, highly recommend, and also congratulations on taking this next step, because it'll definitely be one that you can have a lot of really nice success with. So I hope the best for you in your e-commerce journey. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comments below. Happy to answer anything about, how to get folks more engaged, how to get things actually set up, tips and tricks about rewards and things like that. So we've really experienced it all, and we're happy to help. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.